Hippie life means being the best version of yourself all the time.
Hippie life means good vibes, good vibrations, great high frequencies, great weed, great smoke.
Being true to yourself.
It's just doing what's right and being the best you can be every day.
Smoking that weed, baby.
I mean, it's a way of life. It's all about love and the people and the community. And I don't know what else to say. There aren't words for it. That's how pure it is.
We have some hippies out there, and hippies out there, and hippies out there, and
Yeah.
hippies out there, and hippies.
Like I'm just stupid. Hey, what you do? You be rapping? You be rapping? He be rapping, huh? Look at Arthur already told, but
Rapper right here, though.
hey, look at him too. Look, hey. Y'all ever?
He about to come in with the bars.
Oh God Almighty! Look,
He's really King Boss.
hey,
Always got
y'all
something
ever
to
see
talk.
that video when it's like the quiet dude that just pull up to the lunch session and start fucking freestyle and it was G Herbo in? Shit. That's he be going crazy, don't he? I missed the drop. What is good, everybody? My nigga, hey, I'm sorry, boys. It's Black History. You could definitely tell because I missed the drop. I don't never miss the drop, but my fellas in here, we chilling. We big chilling. We got big sweetos in the building, man. What's popping, man? How you feeling? How you feeling, man? Hey, look, dog. Hey, some of y'all would think we just met, but it's my guy, man. Big shout out, my man Ethan in here. He brought his boy Arthur. Arthur, how you feeling?
I'm doing great, man. Happy to be here.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
This exciting. And as y'all know, I got my guy K. Ah, damn, I was gonna do it. Kush Monster. K Boog. Hey, to me that's K Boog, but to y'all that's Kush
I got a
Monster.
split personality these days.
Bruh, I be trying my hardest, dude. It's like,
Dude,
I ain't going down that
I get
rabbit
it,
hole.
man. I get it. It's a rebranding. It's going to take some time.
I thought there was like an Instagram, Twitter thing. He's like, nah, fool.
Nah, I changed
Kush
everything.
Monster,
I
dog.
rebranded.
I ain't mad at it though, because you do be smoking that Kush. Bruh, I'm really excited to be here today, man. It's like I said, it's the first day of Black History Month. We got a grinder in here, a pure grinder. I've been low key, just a little background before I let my man give his spiel real quick. I've been working with you for a minute, man, and I think I never got to tell you this in person. I've really been waiting for this opportunity, but I owe you a huge, not only thank you, but also an apology, man. And let me tell you why, because you're probably thinking like, what's this nigga about to get into? And I'm about to tell you right now. So, bro, the way we met, right, I was doing your logos. I was doing, XYZ, the artwork for you. And there was times I was acting like a bitch. I'm going to be straight honest with you, bro. Like, I was acting like a bitch, dog. And, like, you know what I'm saying? All you was trying to do was give me opportunities, bro. And, like, you was like, nah, man, we going to be working. We going to be doing this. And I was like, nah, man. Like, I was acting like a hoe about it. And, push come to shove, we just kept working, kept linking, kept doing shit. And here we are now. And because of you, man, like I got to, keep working on the cannabis designs, like packaging designs. And then eventually I got real nice with it. Like just out of nowhere, it was like overnight. You know what I'm saying? So like I definitely owe you an apology for sure. Because like I wasn't seeing the clear vision, bro. I was really just kind of trying to get my paper and do that. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. But the way I was approaching it was like, nah, man, like there was a bigger picture to that. And I'm glad that you never gave up on me, bro. Because a nigga like me, I would have been like, nah, I'm out, bro. I'm trying to do you a favor. I'm trying to do you a solid and you acting crazy. So I truly appreciate you for sticking with me, bro, and continuously, like, giving me these opportunities and opening doors for me. And then I appreciate you. I want to thank you, bro, for also, again, just sticking by me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, my boy was like, hey, when this shit gonna go, and you gonna be the first person I need on the front of the line. And I was like, damn, bro, because I was acting like a bitch. You sure? You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad all that's behind us, man. Also, too, I never got to tell you, thank you for that basketball game. That shit was lit. You don't even understand, bro. That shit was fire. I was getting ready to put my parlays in and fucking just get ready to watch that shit on the computer. And my guy hit me up and was like, yeah, you want to go to a basketball game? I'm thinking it's a high school basketball game. I'm not even tripping either way because I thought Buddy right here was playing and shit. So I was like, cool, yeah, I'll go. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go watch some hoop. And then I'm like, where do I meet you? He's all like, downtown, Suns Arena. I was like, nah, you kidding, bro. Like, nah, we not going to a Suns game tonight. He's like, yeah, no, I'll pull up. And then he didn't even tell me where we was sitting or nothing. He just sent me the ticket. And I'm like, where the fuck is this? I'm not used to this, bro. So the first thing I do is walk in and ask this dude, I'm like, where do I go?
How high up is this?
And he's like, oh, no, buddy. You got the good shit today. I was like, what you mean? He was like, you're going to be enjoying the game today. And he said, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't drink. He's like, either way, you got a great seat, and a lot of shit is on the house up there. I was like, that's my kind of spot, bro. So I go up and shit, and like, you've been somewhere for the first time, because the first thing I did was ask the lady to work there. I was like, is this food free, bro? Because it's a whole spread, bro, and it looked like a buffet. So I'm like, am I supposed to tip? Like, how does this work? And they're like, nah, bro, get you a plate, go eat. I'm like, oh, bro. Yeah, for real. And hey, the Sonoran Roots team, they're hella, their hospitality is fire. Like, their weed is fire. You know, I get behind that.
Shout out.
Yeah, bro, I get behind their weed, but I get behind them a lot more because their hospitality is, like, they was cool, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Beyond the podcast, because they knew about the podcast and we did do some like work with reviews and stuff and with them and stuff. We didn't really talk much about that. It was a lot about sports and like just regular shit, not business and stuff. So I was like, it was cool, man, to be in that environment. So shout out to y'all. Ethan, I'm done rambling, man. Listen.
I forgive you. I was never really mad to forgive you. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody have tough days. So why would I give up on you? Plus, I know what we're trying to do, and it's not many of us trying to do this. You feel what I'm saying? So why would I give up on someone like you really trying to make a way?
Nah, I appreciate that, man. I was just, boy, I would have gave up on me because I was acting straight foolish, my man. I was like, and then like it took me a while, bro. Like I was just thinking about this a couple of weeks ago. I was like, man, I owe bro an apology. It was probably after the game. I was like, I owe that man an apology someday. Like, bro, it's just been so good to me. So I appreciate that, but let's talk about you.
Pass it forward, though,
No, you already know, man. You already. That's what, and that's kind of like the big focus. Like that's kind of why I got into growing weed, man, because I really just like giving it away to people that need it. You know, like finding quality weed at the dispensary without having to pay like your whole check. It's kind of crazy. It's hard out there right now for a smoker. So I just be trying to bless people, man. You know, so in any other ways I could give it forward. So. I definitely took that lesson, picked it up, and just continue to roll with it. So thank you for that. But again, enough about me, man.
You're welcome, bro. Thank you for having me. I feel blessed to be a part of this.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get a lot more people to come here, too, to sit with you and talk about, you know, their grind and how they got where they were.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. look, just so my guy Kyle could get a little, like, Kyle, I'm not saying you're not excited, but, like, I want to talk a little bit about your background. So you can kind of see, like, the people he knows and, like, the connections he has. Because my man not only in the cannabis industry, but you a little cold-ass hooper, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He a hooper. You feel me? My guy right here is a hooper, too. I actually got to see him.
Shout out BT.
You know what I'm saying? I got to see my guy in action at the tourney. I ain't even going to hold y'all. Y'all got robbed. I'm going to go ahead and say y'all niggas got robbed. And I went off on a tangent for y'all the next day. I ain't even going to lie. But enough of that. Man, tell us, let's start like, where you from, man? Because, you know, you got that accent, so.
Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York.
Yes, sir. What was it? So what did everyday life look like growing up for you? I know you was hooping, you had some.
Every day, how old was I? It depends. Things changed.
So what year was it?
Yeah, like growing up, my family, Brandon's father, Daniel, used to throw big events in my neighborhood, a lot of basketball. Celebrities would come out, play in the playground. You know, so I would pop out and just hang around the older guys and try to hoop, try to get on the court. That's kind of what my upbringing was like. And then watching my brothers, become, some of the best at the sport.
Yeah.
It motivated me to stay, stick with the sport and see how far it could take me.
Absolutely. Now, someone like me, man, I only get to see and hear about like that East Coast hoop culture,
Right.
through movies and shit.
Right.
So now that we got somebody here that's been through it, man, like why don't you give us like a little sneak peek, like what it was like on them courts, man? I know, like, or let's start with this. Who's some of the biggest names that we might know that you've hooped? Let's say hooped with, maybe hooped up. You know what I'm saying?
Hooped with, I could say I hooped with from my neighborhood or just in general.
I mean, it could be from your neighborhood, just like some memorable ones, like some guys, like you can be like.
I play with at Adidas Nation. I play with Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, that's fire.
He with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I played with Davon Reed. He with the Denver Nuggets. Those guys was from the East Coast as well. You know what I mean? They did really well in college, and then they end up going to the NBA. I had, great time playing with those guys. But from my neighborhood, Lance Stevenson, Isaiah Whitehead, feel me? And the other guys just from like the East Coast who would just, kill the street ball parks, kill Carr, other guys like that who just nice. You feel me? So it made it real competitive for us to be the best out there.
Bro, and it paid off, man.
On your game.
I see some of your shits, dog. I was like, because like when I first met you, man, like, I ain't gonna hold you. You didn't have too much hooping content on there. Like, you had a little hooping content on your
bro,
page.
Somebody took my Instagram, bro. When I was in college, bro, I had thousands of
I was
posts,
thinking,
bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
Somebody
I
hacked
first
my
thought your
I
shit
just
was,
stopped.
I thought your page was fake. I was like, this is a fake page, man. Somebody trying to finesse me right now. And then, like, we just kept working and shit. But then, like, you dropped some shit, or I might have, I don't know, I might have, like, YouTubed you or some shit, bro. Like, you got some college clips out there from when you was, what was that, Iowa? Idaho?
Yeah.
It was something with an I, it was close. What was that like, man, hooping in college and shit? Like, and going from New York to Idaho.
So I didn't go to New York straight to Idaho. I had a little journey from New York. I went to a couple high schools. I went to school in Las Vegas. I went to school in Oklahoma. Then I ended up going to, Idaho. So.
Oh, I was about to say, bro, that has to be like one crazy ass transition, like going from.
It still was a transition, all of it. New York is just a different monster. You know what I mean? It's a whole nother place. But I appreciate it. It makes us a certain way. It makes us treat each other kind of because we know what it's like to be treated, unfair or misjust. You know what I mean? Or unjust, I meant to say. So that's why I'm the way I am now because New York is so, I think, crazy. In my opinion, you feel me? But being in Idaho slowed things down. People, living at a slower pace, appreciating, I would say, the little things in life, and then them growing their own crops, foods, or cannabis.
I never been to, I never been to Idaho. So like, how was like life? Cause like, bro, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. And this is gonna sound crazy. I think of Idaho. I think of white people. Right now, I'm not trying to be an asshole. Right? Like, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what was that?
They got a lot of white people in Idaho.
I would think so.
I bet.
I would think.
I've
so.
only been there once. But
I've never been. I'm
I'm
just using my imagination here. So sorry if that offends people, but I'm half white.
The one time I was in Idaho, we went to Yellowstone, and like we were driving from like Idaho Falls or something up north, and like at the time it was before I dreaded my hair. And my hair was, like, really froed out, like, probably 2 times as long as this is. And I have, like, tinted windows. Man, they targeted me.
It was all bad. Damn.
College was, like, 3% African-American.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, people in the whole university. But it was good. They showed me a lot of love, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Okay. Yeah, that was going to be my question. Like, what was it like, just being a black man? Growing up, like, just because, bro, I'm just trying to picture like what life was like in Idaho.
So I was
whether you're black or white, I guess I don't know.
The name of the town is called Pocatello.
Okay,
and it's a small town, and they just got basketball, football, and the other, sports that's there. So the town come together if you're winning. If
so
you're losing, they're popping out, and they haven't won in a while. So until I got there,
so they was like, "You the guy."
I was the guy.
You was the guy. You was the savior, boy.
I was the guy. I was the guy until I wasn't. And then and then you realize real fast, like, these people love you at one, in one moment, the next moment you don't really mean as much. So always carry yourself a certain way because
Right.
your value is what you believe yourself is. Because they didn't even think I was going to do the things I did there. I told them I was going to do it. You know what I mean?
That had to carry you like an immense amount of pressure, man. Like,
What you mean? We from the hood.
okay.
So, BT,
Okay,
tell them the pressure is going from the lobby to the corner store.
I see you.
You know what I'm saying?
I see you.
That kind of pressure is a whole different monster than somebody, talking about a basketball game.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, having the whole town like depend on you to get it done.
A
You're like
basketball
their
game.
safe. I know, but listen, that basketball game to them is like, you know what I'm saying, just as important as like.
And you're right. At 28, now I can say that, I don't feel like it was that much pressure, but like being there, I probably was feeling the pressure and not knowing that all of my, surroundings and people talking to me was actually building up, some kind of pressure.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay. All right, and
But I would think just for the game of basketball, if they just, it was just play the game of basketball, I'd have no troubles. You know what I mean? It was no problems.
all right.
That was the easy part, huh?
That was the easy part. It's like the off the court where you that guy, but it's 3% of us. and I'm in a big body A8, Audi A8 up there. You know
shit.
what I mean? I'm hitting the engine. I'm,
In Idaho.
I'm wilding. I'm tripping. So I was, bringing a different vibe to the town. But at that point in time, we needed that. And I wanted to bring change. And I'm still about change, no matter where I go. Like, I'm even doing the same thing now that I was doing in college, but, as a grown man and an entrepreneur.
And what and that's where Sweet O's comes into play, right? Well, let's
Sweet O's is my corporation, right? And it's my father's name, right? Sweet O is my actual pop's name. His nickname, they called him in Coney Island. So I just took that, formed it, and started putting all of my subsidiaries underneath it that I needed to actually do what I needed to do in cannabis.
And what kind of change you hoping to bring with Sweet O's, like especially in the cannabis industry, man? Because I said it today. And I know it triggered me, man. I saw a dispensary talking about Happy Black History Month. And be like, bitch, you barely have black people working in your dispensary. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? And like,
you can't even fault them though. Like, don't even be mad at.
I ain't mad at them.
That.
I listen. I just don't like. I get why they do it, right? But like, if you're gonna sit here and support, people of color locked up for cannabis. Don't just do it for 1 month of the year, man. Like, let's do it. Like, you're in the cannabis industry, bro. Like, our main focus should be like not only getting out quality meds and XYZ, but like, hey, let's really sit back and see what we can do with our extra dollars to help people that's been locked up for doing the exact same thing we're doing right now. Like, I get it. Some people might have been doing it on a level they probably shouldn't have been doing, but there's also a very nice percentage of people out there that have been locked up for petty cannabis crimes. Couple grams. K-Book, you gotten through some bullshit over some bullshit, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's little shit like that was just like, bro, y'all, I just don't like fake shit like that, man.
That was the same trip I was in Idaho.
Ah,
That's why I didn't have no weed on me when they pulled me over in Idaho. They already got it from me.
No weed in Idaho.
They got it from me in Nebraska.
But again, a lot of these people who are fortunate enough to have cannabis licenses here or be in a position where they have their dispensary, it's not their fault. That they're in that position, so you can't even be upset. And they bust their ass every day because running these operations are not easy, right? So if they want to say shout out to Black History Month, we need to take that and appreciate that because at least they have that awareness. There's a lot of them who don't have that
I appreciate it. I just wish they would do more during the year, man. Not just 1 month. Like, man, come on,
but
y'all.
that's why we do.
Y'all got them extra dollars?
We do it for each other though, and we can generate them same dollars, especially within our own community. You feel what I'm saying? So
I hear you.
Again, life changing. We want to change people's life with the plant. Right. At the end of the day, if you're selling it medically or you're selling it adult use recreationally, it's still a plant that helps with medical,
Yeah, at the end of the day,
properties,
it's
basically
yeah.
things that people suffer from. You can use the plant to help them with. So I don't think they should be limiting, who you can sell to. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now because when you have a medical license, you're able to place it in certain real estate zones here in Arizona.
Yeah.
And when you have an adult use license, you have to put it in different locations where you're not as competitive in that, in that market, in that space. And these licenses, like social equity license, as you know, people that won in that lottery, they are having a tough time just getting their business open because of that thing right there, it not being a medical attachment to it, and the unfairness to, I would say, the African American community or even Latino community with that.
So it's like they got it, they paid all that money to get it, but now they can't use it, basically.
But I wouldn't say paid all that money. I think the application was not super expensive. They were just lucky enough to win.
Because that was a lottery system,
it was
wasn't
a lottery.
it?
The social equity was a lottery, so they were just lucky enough to win, and winning wasn't the easy, the hard part. The hard part now
is now getting product to market.
But even people who have the financing, people who have locations, people who will help them and give them experience, they still can't get it open in a competitive city. You will have to go to the outskirts or a county island.
Because they can only sell rec? Is that?
Because they can only sell rec. And then most of the...
So then, like me with my medical card going in there, I would still be paying all rec prices?
Yeah, but there's some ways around how you can give them, like, some money back or give them additional product because they're medical, consumers. But then again, I just think they should have a dual...
Why should they have any different license than anybody else that can sell marijuana to?
So that's what you're saying when you say it's unfair. And so that's where I'm trying to bring in some change, right? Where we can bring awareness to this problem and also help other people in other states who will win social equity, license.
Not run into the same
bring
hurdles.
them some financing and help them with the real estate acquisitions or, lease agreements just so they can get their retail open or get a cultivation site running or a manufacturing site running.
So let me make sure I'm on the same page here. So they did a lottery for some licenses.
26 licenses.
26 licenses, but all medical licenses.
All recreational.
All recreational.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which puts them in a position to where they got to be basically in the outskirts. Or is
you
it...
remember in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s when...
Yeah, the war...
Forget war on drugs. The African-American community wanted to go get a mortgage for a certain house in a certain neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't approve you. Like, you basically redlined out.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is for these social equity licenses. You're not able to put this license in an area where there's a lot more consumers because it's not dual. And, the people with dual licenses don't really want to compete. I wouldn't want to compete either, but, it's just not fair. And some of them, I can't say too much, but some people already got licenses, so now they're going to be pushing for change, but it didn't benefit the people it was supposed to benefit. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. So what's your move? What's your plans? What's Sweet O's gonna do to bring some change?
So Sweet O, basically, I did a partnership agreement.
Okay.
So I can manage a fully vertical license from retail to cultivation to manufacturing. I got a property where I can place this license so we can open it up and be fully vertical. How I'm going to bring change is being here doing this podcast, bringing awareness. That's one. Two, making the product that I'm growing and making concentrates for affordable so when people come into our shop, they can actually get quality product for a decent price.
That right there is good.
And there's some people out there already doing that, but, there's not many African-American retail owners. It might be one or two in the whole state. I think it's only
one in Arizona,
I think he's in Tucson. All right, so I'm trying to be the first in the county of Maricopa.
We had that one, but that shit was illegal as fuck.
Yeah. That's not funny. That's not funny. But, yeah. And that's just because people trying to find the way, right? There's going to be the first African-American female to own a dispensary here in Arizona, which is huge. And I'm hoping to have her on this podcast with you soon, too.
Yeah, I met her.
Exactly. So that is how we're going to bring change, bro. Get this store open and then start giving back. And then hopefully build like a cannabis, university so people can learn how to grow the plant.
That'd be fire. I'd be on board with that.
People who come home from whatever bid they was doing, if they want to learn something in cannabis, maybe we give them another trade, but something involving the cannabis.
And it could be like those like ITT techs or whatever where you guarantee like a job once you graduate or
that's
type
why
shit.
When you told me what you do in cannabis, I ain't let you go because I'm like, all right, I'm going to be paying somebody to do that anyway. I might as well, you know what I mean?
Let's go with this shit right now.
I'm patient with you because I know as we grow, and I was a small brand asking you for, those things. I knew as we grow, you will see the value in what we're doing and hopefully want to be a part of it. That's what I want. I want people that's not even from the state of Arizona just want to be a part of what we're doing here. Like everybody want to be a part of Cookies. You're not even from Cali. You don't know nothing about them, but you want to wear their gear.
People want to wear Cookies gear in places they can't even buy cookies.
Exactly. So you just want to be a part of it, and that's what I'm hoping to do with Sweeto. That's the plan, bro.
Well, fuck, man. I fucking like it. I love it. Excuse my language.
Yeah. Hopefully we have the retail site open in May.
Okay.
May.
Okay. That'll be lit.
That's
and
the
then
goal
the
right now.
second one will be open in June or July, bro. So I'm trying to do 2 by the end of the summer.
So, can you disclose either of those locations yet?
Tempe and Phoenix.
Let's fucking go. That's perfect too, because Tempe not too far. I don't care where it's at.
Whereabouts in Phoenix?
Huh?
We're in Phoenix.
Right near the Suns Arena, 6 minutes from the airport. Like, I could talk about this property because I got this property, it's my property. Other location is...
Look at you, big dog. You got the property, you got the license. Was you just trying to get some shit in order or get product?
What do you mean?
So which one's
you
first?
got product.
Yeah, so I started, again, like 2 years ago when we first started talking, I started, with trying to raise capital and invest into building out cultivation facilities. Also just make strategic partnerships so I can always have access to the flower and the quantity that I need. So you watch me grind, step by step to get to this point. So yeah, we got a lot of product, and Sonoran Roots have some of the best product in the whole state. I would say
I could attest to that.
For concentrates, MPX have some of the best concentrates as well. I would say we got access to plenty of product, and I'm producing my own.
So you're just gonna have a little bit of everything, just a little bit of all the brands.
A little bit of everything, like Neiman Marcus. You come in, get the fire. You know what I mean?
Now let me ask you this: like, eventually down the road, do you plan to just have a straight Sweetos store where it's nothing but Sweetos brand?
Yeah, that's the goal. But I'm a team player, bro. Like, I always played on teams. So if it manifests where God say, yeah, it's gonna be a Sweeto dispensary, then hallelujah to that. But if it manifests where it's someone else's name because the brand is bigger and it gives me more publicity faster, then I'm not against that. Or someone who have more experience. So I hedge my bet with my investment, and they've been doing this for years, and they got revenue built up from the retail. I'm not against that. You know what I mean?
Sounds smart.
I'm just trying to win, and when I win, I want to give back to our communities. That's the goal.
That's the big picture.
Well, I'm giving back to the community. We winning already, right, BT? So that's what we're doing already, but just at a greater level. This year is about rapid expansion and sweatless victories.
I like the sweatless victories. I like that. Damn, I like that. I never heard of that. Sweatless victories.
Yeah, free Robert Dill. So Mr. Robert Dill is a inmate who been, serving 18-year sentence, and he already did 12 for petty crime with cannabis. I'm trying to shed some light on his story and hopefully get him home sometime soon, because he shouldn't have been away from family that long. His family suffering.
Yeah.
But there are people making millions of dollars from the same plant that this dude is away from his family for. So, I don't know each individual cases out there, but I'm hoping, a few each year, I can help people get to a better position. You know what I'm saying? Get back with their family.
I feel that, man. And now, is that going to come with some charity work? I know you was...
Always. It's always
into
about
that, some charity.
It's always about giving back and helping others, bro. You grew this, didn't you?
Yeah.
I like that.
Thanks, man.
I like that a lot.
Which one is it?
What
am I doing?
That's that iced out, man.
I get a little bit of that.
That's nice. But on February 10th, we're doing a charity event with Miss Kim from the African American Affairs. We're feeding 500 people right on the state capitol lawn or something like that. Yeah, facts. And my family who owns ATL Wings, they're basically bringing all of the food.
Stop playing.
Yes, bro. I'm serious. This is for real.
Dude, you see how fast my head snapped.
You should come.
Broke my neck.
I was like,
you should come because we giving back, and this is really what it's all about. This is what we're using the plant for. This is what we use the game of basketball.
You sold
for.
me with chicken, boy. I'll be wherever
Shout
the
out
chicken
to Mike,
is.
Kiana,
Let's do
My
it.
cousin Deja just got one, and Levine. What's that, Southern Ave? She just opened up the newest ATL Wings.
Man.
She just moved from New York to Arizona and opened up ATL Wings with, my other cousins.
That's fire. See, the first one I had was the one right there off Bell. And that shit was like
Fire.
That shit, bro.
It's all in the sauce.
Heavenly.
Yo, bro, I call him my uncle Mike. He used to tell me, "E, be patient with yourself. Everything is timing. Everything is timing." So on the gear, I started putting timing on the back of the sweaters, because that's how long I've been waiting for this moment. You know what I mean? That's how long we've been grinding to get to this.
It don't feel like 2 years, man.
It's been longer than 2 years, though. That's
Well,
what I'm
at
saying.
least saying
That's what I'm saying. It's been longer than 2 years. Like, me and Art got stories fresh out of college where we was just trying to figure it out. We was trying to figure out which way to go. At first, cannabis wasn't something you could just do.
Yeah.
Like, people was like, "You're bad for that." You know what I mean? And I used to tell Art about CBD. I'm like, "Cannabidiol. It's gonna change the world." He's like, "Yeah, you crazy?" Man. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. He made CBD look like sea moss the way everybody makes sea moss look right now.
But this is
but better.
2014, 2015,
Crazy.
2016.
I'm like,
This the wave, this shit right here.
man.
Now everybody doing it.
I'm telling him and my
Facts.
whole family about CBD, and they
Facts.
literally telling me I am nuts, because I basically, I scored a lot of points in college. I played basketball my whole life. They like, "Bro, you could go make some money overseas. What are you talking about, CBD?" I'm like, "Y'all is crazy." Right? There's, I don't know how many smoke shops in the valley, right?
Yeah.
And we can sell CBD to all of them. This is 2015. I'm talking about doing this. I didn't get my blessings, my family blessings for that, and so I just traveled. I went overseas with my cousin Stephon Marbury. I was in Beijing for a year with him. And then I went.
My head just broke again.
Yeah, I came back.
You was hooping or just chilling?
Steph had me doing blockchain. He had me doing GT dollar and all types of things. Like,
Yeah,
Steph,
what you talking about?
Steph is on a whole nother level with that stuff, and that's 2016 stuff. 2016, 2017 vibes. So that was a little different. I wasn't.
So did you get into crypto back then?
I got into crypto a little bit, but I never, at that point, I didn't have the finances to actually buy any coins and anything. But Stephon was basically trying to teach me the market.
Yeah.
He was so big in China. He was getting access to so much. Like, they was flying to the Philippines and all over, Asia, basically. It went from China to Macau to Hong Kong, just raising money fast. You know what I mean? And then it opened my eyes to how much money is actually out there floating around. And what we can actually do. But my thing was still CBD. I'm in China like, "Steph, CBD." Because this was my plan. I think this was my destiny, right? This is what God was calling for me to do. And I was, trying to find my way. So yeah, I ended up coming back.
He said May. What year? What year? What month?
It's February, bro. February 1st.
Yeah, we're going to be open May. And I will tell you the name of the store right now. You'll be super hyped, but I ain't going to tell you yet.
You already told me.
Oh, all right.
But I ain't going to say nothing. I ain't going to say nothing.
He's going to be hyped.
Yeah, no. Yeah. No, that's going to be...
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And we're going to have the value packs in there. So, you know what I mean? You can still come get the ZA or the big O.
Hey, let me ask you. Can we be...
Wait,
hold up.
Look how God is, bro. Just look how God is. Read that. What that said.
Oh, shit. He literally talked about this in 2017. Crazy
manifestation, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you, that shit is real.
Manifestation, bro. Right hand.
I'm left-handed. I'm a left-handed. I'll be doing that. Yeah, I'm a left-handed guy. I'm sorry.
Manifestation and God. Bro, there's a reason why I stood here in Arizona. When I graduated college, I could have went anywhere. Literally anywhere, bro. And when I got here in Arizona, I just got a different feel about this place. My family, they had, somebody visiting their house, just preaching the word, talking to them about God. And when I walked in the house, he was in there. And to me, he was glowing. Like how these lights is glowing, that's how he was glowing to me. Like, if you see a celebrity right now, to you, they probably be glowing because they have an aura, something that you
That's
like
how it
was
when I met Chuck. I was like, what the? I was like, this ain't real. Allen Iverson. I was like, this ain't real right now.
So that vibe is kind of the vibe I got when I seen Prophet John. And that's who was ministering to my family in this house here in Arizona. He just started kicking me all of the real, and I just fell in love with the word of God, him, and Arizona. And he gave me some prophecies and some promises that me and Art read over and over and over again. I'm talking about when things got tough. You know, like when you was getting mad at me, we that type
You
of
should have
mad.
sent me that shit, nigga. Like, here, read this shit. Chill out, what?
I'm gonna show you, but seriously, that's what me and Art was. It was like our affirmations to each other. You know what I mean? It was like what continued to make us believe in it will get better because it was not good. You know?
I feel that, bro.
At all, fresh out of college, because at one moment you hot, next moment they forgot about
Nobody
you.
care.
Right?
Nobody cared.
They really don't care. You see what I'm saying? So what do? You have to turn back to the creator, the one who's been with you the whole time. Like he allowed me to go play basketball because he knew that was one of my passions and desires. You understand? He allowed me to meet certain people that I've always wanted to meet because he knew that introduction will help me later in the future. So I know God, always has a plan for us, and staying here in Arizona was probably one of the best decisions that I made, listening to the word of God. He said, I was told this scripture when I was 22 years old. Excuse me. I probably didn't figure this shit out until I was 26. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, know what you
and the scripture is Genesis 26. You know what I mean?
Shit.
And he says, stay in the land of which I tell you. I'm going to be with you, bless you, and favor you. Plant seeds in this land, and you're going to be blessed 100-fold. I said, what did he talk about? What is he talking about? I couldn't understand it for nothing. I went all over the world, Craig. I was in Macau. I went to Qatar, Doha. I was in China. I went all over the place, man.
Am I in my lane, man?
Yeah,
Is this
what's going on? I'm not understanding. And really, the whole thing, he was telling me to stay still so I could bless you. And when you stay still, go plant seeds. I'm like, plant seeds. And we smoke weed. Like, we literally consume weed every day. I'm like, I got to start investing into grows. Corona came. We didn't plan for Corona. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No one planned for Corona. But I can honestly say someone told me to our face, yo, I got to go away for a minute because something bad's coming. And I can't be here when it comes. And me and Art, like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Don't leave me.
Again, Prophet John. That's his name. He like, bro. He not calling me bro, but he like, yo, you don't be around a lot of people. I'm like, what you mean? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm going away. I love y'all. I'll be in like, I can't even make this up. He done call me while I'm sitting right here.
What the fuck he did?
He called him too, bro.
I'm tweaking right now.
I'm not playing.
All right, time out. You gotta pause for a minute. All right, because you was already blowing my fucking mind telling me this story, and now that this man called you while we were just talking about it, like, is that him on the phone?
No.
Oh, I thought you called about to say,
No,
yo, I need to hear a
we
prophet
ain't
right
gonna answer
now.
for him right now, but we need I don't know how we could get him. But
Yo,
prophet, I can say when I lost my dad kind of, I wouldn't say too early. I was like 17, 18. It wasn't too early. My nephew lost his father, which is my brother, at 16. So having male figures who are older than you and actually have your best interests at heart and not really want anything from you, especially when you're an athlete, it's a little bit harder. You understand? Yeah. Or being an athlete who they think you already got everything. You get what I'm saying? Because of
why am I going to help you? You already got it made, bro.
You understand? So, with that being said, when I met Prophet, he completely changed my life, bro. And he done told me to stay in the land, this land, and things would be well for me. And I traveled, and he told me that he had to go away because something was coming. He didn't even have a name for it. He just said something was coming. And I don't play with this. Why I don't play with this? Because I really buried my brother through this part and through this season. I really buried my mom through this season. And someone told me, you understand? I was like, oh, nah, all right, what we gonna do, bro? All right, this can't be real. Is this real?
He definitely told us. He said he had to leave. We didn't want him to leave.
I'm like, all right, is this real? So when I got back from Qatar after playing basketball, I probably made not a lot of money over there. And then when I came back, I was like, nope, not doing it. I'm not gonna be going all the way over there to come back and we don't got it. You understand? It doesn't make sense. I don't have no control over my destiny. I don't, you know what I mean? It's just nothing like that. So I buried my mom at 25. I started, instead of like really, really coping, I just started working harder. And all I could hold on to is the promise that was given to Abraham and Prophet John telling us, stay here and plant seeds. So that's what I did. We were sleeping on blower beds, bro, through Corona. I had 4 bedrooms with plants. I'm telling them every day, Brent. I'm telling them every day, oh, bro, we gonna get off these blower beds. We gonna get a big house. You know what I mean? We gonna have grow facilities. We gonna have our own retails. We gonna do exactly what I think Prophet has envisioned for us, or probably put on our lives, and we stuck to it. And bro, I could say we 2-3 years later down the line, and confidently I'm saying, yo, bro, we're gonna open up a retail this year, 2 of them.
That's amazing, bro. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Blessings to God.
You got me thinking on a whole nother level now.
That's how we're supposed to do. That's
And
why I don't
here's
do
why.
podcasts. And I don't talk to people, but you special. You always been special. That's why I'm like, all right, bro. If we're going to do it, I'm going to come, and then we're going to start bringing more people to blow you, who you are, up. So you have a microphone that's not just here in Arizona. People from all over the world want to come talk to the young hippie. You know what I mean?
Man, look, dude, hold on. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just shook right now. And let me tell you why. First of all, I appreciate that. I always do. But now that you started explaining Prophet John and how things have just been happening for you, as you were talking to me right now, I could not help but feel like this moment was supposed to happen. Like that conversation was supposed to be had for some specific ass reason. Like what Prophet John told you, you just told me. And now for somebody, like, I'm about to get surgery on Friday to repair my ACL and shit. And like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been trying not to let it phase me, but it's been phasing me for the past few days. Until right now, I'm just like, bro, I'm unbothered. Let's get this shit done. Like, we got shit to do. We got work to get done. Like, we got people to inspire. And that was kind of the reason why I put this, not kind of the reason, it's part of the reason, because, I need to stay sober. But, like, the main drive was, like, to change people's lives through my story and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there were times, and not recently since, we got back into the swing of things, but there was times where I was like, am I doing this shit for the right reasons, right? Like, do I need to continue doing this, or, like, did I experience everything I need to, and this is it? And I still get them, dude, like DMs of people saying like, yo, listening to your podcast changed my life, man. Just for watching your videos on the gram, that shit it entertains me, bro, during the
life
day.
Changes, bro. That's literally what you're born to do. Worship and change people's lives, bro.
My mind is fucking twisted right now, bro. Like,
well, think about the people. So since this Black History Month, right?
Yeah.
Think about the people who had to really tap into something different to not give up on themselves when it was way tougher than what it is in the America we in right now.
I feel that, bro.
No mic, no podcast where their voice can get across the country. No platform where someone can share that empathy or sympathy of that struggle. No one's coming to help. You know what I mean? We in a whole nother time and place where we can do that and shine some light on some of our problems. And instead of being super angry about it, we come to real solutions by communicating with people who are in position to help us make change. And that's what it's about. That's what I think we're supposed to use this plant for. You know, it's going to put us in position to do that.
I like that. And honestly, since I have been putting a lot more time into the help and like the being more of a how can I help you instead of how can this help me, I feel like I've been thriving, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got my guy back. Like you said, like, I'm not comparing myself to anybody back in the day, but like when the podcast was down and out, I was like, this is it. Like, cause I lost, like, for me, I lost everything. The pod, you know, my lady, my fam, like, split, bro. Like, everything in the blink of an eye. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, is it even worth even continuing doing this podcast?
So look, I'm
Someone
gonna
was
tell
like,
you.
yes.
I don't know if I'm teaching you something or if you heard this before, but someone told me to get what you want, help others get what they want. It's easier to get what you want by helping others get what they want. That's first and foremost, right? So if you always helping others get what you want, or get what they want, then they're gonna be turning around to help you get what you want at some point. You understand? So that's step one. And two, I've lost girlfriends, been heartbroken. Everybody go through that. You have to feel that because, and certain coaches, they call this world dunya, right? It's just worldly things, basically, right? If you lose something, podcast, girlfriend, it's just of the world. But my whole thing is my spiritual relationship with the Most High, how I'm treating other people, and how I'm carrying myself through the tough times. If I'm still strong through the tough times, when it get good again, it's just, you ain't gonna change because you're so used to, you know what I mean? Whatever dunya the world brings you. And then it's praise to that because God removes one girl and he's gonna bring you a better girl. He stopped one podcast and give you a bigger podcast. You understand what I'm saying? He moved you from one place to give you something better if you believe he always want good for you. And don't you think God want good for you? Don't you want good for your children?
Yeah.
Think
sure.
like that. Like, all right. So you know God, in any position, any circumstance, God want good for you. And when losing my mom, that's something I had to stand on, bro. Because that was the tough times. You know what I mean? That's something like everybody looking at me like how Ethan gonna act now. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you talk about lose everything, mama love. Yeah. You feel me?
I feel that.
And I'm the baby of 12, like Joseph. You see what I'm saying? My mom was like literally my everything. So when she went down and my brother who's like my father, the head of the family, he passed away. And then my brother, who's the oldest sibling I have, he's the, you know what I mean? For him to go through what he went through as well in Corona, bro, I had to be strong with my nephews, with my friends, with girlfriends, like everybody around because I wanted to be that representation of that God loves. So even though it's tough right now, and it's tough for me too, and y'all also see it's tough, I'm going to still stay solid. And I'm going to trust in the promise and the prophecy and have faith in what we're doing. That's why somebody could write him and say, in 2017, you were saying this. 2023, we got it. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't always have it. We was literally praying for it. Praying for it. How early was you waking up, Brandon, to turn the lights on and pray? 6.
I feel that, man. I think y'all just unlocked another fucking door in this building, bro.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Soul.
That's what we're supposed to do. So we're supposed to affect people, bring change, and empower our people to want to lift each other up with the word of God. Just saying nice things to each other, or praying for one another, or helping one another get to where they want to get, or get something that they need. Bro, we'll get so much further like that, and that's what I'm about, and that's life changes. That's sweet-o.
We can't top that. We gotta go right now. We gotta end. That's a fucking mic drop, right? Yo. All right, look, man. You're the only person I'm gonna shake up right-handed. Only because I'm left-handed. It's not a disrespecting. I'm a left-handed dude, so I get shit for it all the time. But bro, fuck. Like, thank you for real. Like, these past 2 weeks been crazy with just coming in here and lighting this fucking studio up with just crazy vibes, bro. Like, vibes that I know that I'm gonna like take with me, not just for a small amount of time, but for like the rest of my life. They've impacted me for the rest of my life, bro. Like, I'm gonna go out and do amazing things, bro, for other people.
That's what you're supposed to do, and it's gonna be so much easier for you. God gonna bless you. Like, look at my servant. Like, literally, what if you knew your duty? All right, God, what am I here for? You feel what I'm saying? And he told you, just do this every day, and then I'm gonna give you everything else that you're thinking about. What? Easy. Serve other people. Worship. Make time to pray. And that's kind of what I like about, or love about the Islamic, culture and religion is that they're going to make time to make that prayer. Feel me? I really like that. I love that. And I try to, like, implement that into my life because in basketball, if Arthur's putting more shots up than me and we get to the basketball game, I think his shot gonna go in more than mine. You feel me? Because he's working out harder than me.
Yeah.
Okay, I felt like that with prayers because I lived in Qatar. I'm listening to the sirens go off and they praying. You know what I mean? And the people really getting up 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and they going to pray. And they doing it 5 times a day. I'm like, oh yeah, this is why they up and they blessed. You know what I mean? They making time for God. If we do that a little bit more here in America, together, because every time everybody pray there at the same time, they're not just praying for what they want. They praying for each other. That's a good thing.
Bro, Robert told me that.
Yo, if we pray together, right, at the same time, on a routine.
Stronger, right?
Yes, we all God children asking for the same things. I know, please make his podcast. Of course he's going to release those blessings. And now we can really make some change in our communities, right? We want to go help people all over, not just with cannabis, bro. We want to help in basketball. We want to help the hungry people, the people who are homeless, people who are sick, people who are alone, people who just don't believe. Do you understand there's a large portion who just don't believe?
Yeah. Bro, yeah.
Those people need our prayers. And they operate off of, money, economics, capitalism. That's their master, basically. Like, as long as I got that, they got. You understand? When things get really bad, like money can't solve all things, but when you sit down and pray, you talk to God, you be answering prayers, bro, like Amazon. That's what I believe. No one could, convince me other than that. I don't feel like I would be here talking to you like this.
Yes, sir.
Right? None of us could have made it out of DC, Coney Island. How many people go play Division I basketball? How many people go to overseas or go to the NBA? How many? Yeah. The numbers get smaller. Then when you see that's how God chose to bless you, you got to pay attention, even if it's that small of a blessing. You understand? It becomes big because you start adding these blessings of small wins, basically. Add small wins. Waking up every day, small wins.
Bro, you coming back more often.
Bro, they be trying to get me to do a podcast in the crib,
You need
but I'll
to
be working.
Fool. Hey, he need to stop playing.
Bro, do I be in the crib?
Hey, get his ass on Zoom. Where he at today? Hey, people need to hear that. We'll get it out for you. We'll get it out. I got you. Shit, man. So look, we got May coming.
New drops coming.
That's what I was gonna say. Real quick.
Drops coming. You could go to the Mint. You could go to Nirvana. You could go to Health for Life. You could go find some of our products here soon. April, May timeframe. We're gonna be doing some pop-up shops. We want y'all to come and vibe with us, basically, and get to know who we are, what we about, where we come from, and we want to give back. We do a lot of BOGOs.
What's the so in order to keep up with everything, how do they do that on Instagram? What's your tag and stuff?
On Instagram, King Telfair. That's my personal, and Sweeto's official. That's the brand. And on Twitter, King Telfair 31.
Sweet deal. And damn, he said so you dropping some of the ZA, the gas?
Yeah, some of the ZA, bro. The brand that's coming out here only want that, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be fire. You know that. But we're gonna make it.
Take work off.
We're gonna make it affordable. When we do that opening day, you gotta take work off. We gotta blow it up. We gotta promote.
Just give me a date. Just give me a date so I can put the time off right now.
Let's just say like May 1st or something like that.
Sounds good to me.
If it's sooner, then it's better.
All right. Yeah, no, I know you keep me posted. And we're going to keep y'all posted. Make sure you following them. Arthur, where could they... Hey, look, Arthur, you got some hoop clips up. You look like you be hooping, man. You still hoop or what? What you be doing?
Right
you
now,
be chilling?
I'm going to go back in a year or two. Right now, we about the Sweeto right now.
You doing the big Sweetos? Where can they follow you at, my man?
I got an Instagram, AEZE with a Z, AEAZYE. And I got a Twitter. That's about it. My Twitter is AES_way. AES_way.
Let's get it.
Yeah, that, bro. Thanks for having me.
My guy. Nah, this is a long time coming, but this ain't the last time. I'm telling you, I really appreciate what you just came in here and did. I don't think you understand it, but you will. And I think you will understand it here in the future. But bro, it's crazy the way I feel right now. I can't even describe it, but I'm just feeling some type of way, if I could say. So let's do some quick shout outs. K-Boo, who you got, man?
Man,
I've got to give a
quick shout out to the Twitter space. I know Bobby Burbs was in there earlier, and I see Gina's in there now.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if anybody else. I think Yen was in there earlier too, so big shout out to them. We're going to keep doing these live too, just for another output. Shout out to you guys for just coming through. Shout out to you for telling your story, man. Like, I got all kinds of feels, all different directions during it. So, I mean, that's real, dude. I appreciate it. And, shout out to all the listeners that keep tuning in, and Jordan for doing his thing every week. And Yeah.
Keep it rolling, bro. Rapid expansion.
I got you, man.
Rapid
I'm
expansion.
telling you, I said it's gonna make sense.
Fellas victories.
I smell it right now. I can smell it, bro. Like,
Smells like dank.
you want to know why? Because you were talking about this shit not too long ago. Like, how it's like we're almost there. Like, we're just right here, bro. So, like, Arthur, man, you got some shout outs, my guy?
Shout out Hooperverse, bro.
Hooperverse for sure.
Yeah,
It's
that.
on right now. Yeah, it's a big thing coming too. Look out on that.
Got you.
Okay.
How about you, my guy? Any shout outs?
Any shout outs? Yeah, shout out to a new brand coming, Phoenician Cannabis. Shout out to, Viola. Shout out
Big
to the
vibe.
people showing some love out there.
I was just talking with them on Monday.
Yeah, we got to get them the AZ, man, real soon. Real soon, yeah.
I know they're making a pit stop on
New drops coming soon. Like,
Super Bowl.
Me and Al got it in the works.
Yeah.
Nah, that
We'll
cool.
talk. We'll talk
Yeah,
after this.
yeah,
We'll talk.
yeah.
We'll talk. You got anyone else?
Shout out Mike from MPX. Shout out Jeremy and Mob. I said their name earlier. I want to shout out, what's my boy? What's the dude's name, man?
Who talking about?
You smoked that KK. I'm sorry.
Who?
Yeah, so what's her name? He's blessing us. All the love. I can't think of him right now, but yeah.
I blame the weed.
Yeah, because I don't want to say no brands that I got,
I got you.
Feel me?
No. He's like, y'all know what's up. I feel you. All right, I'll go quick. Big shout out to the sponsors, Grow Sciences, Nug Jules. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Like, for real, for just staying consistent.
Shout out Nirvana. Tell them to pop out to them Nirvana centers and grab some of that Sweeto.
Y'all better stop playing. Hey, listen.
Vape drops coming. Go grab that.
Yo, I'm gonna have to test it. We're
Live
gonna
resin.
have to run it through the gas pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to the listeners, as always, man. The community's great. Y'all are great. Even the people that be hating on us, like, y'all are great too. I appreciate y'all. It's not too many, but the small fraction.
Focus
there
on the
is.
love, though, bro.
It is love. It's love. They love me. They love me.
That's the thing. They actually do.
They
right?
do. That's what I'm saying.
You
I
just
love
got-
y'all. I want them to know I love them too.
Yeah, just
I
deliver
love
that
y'all. I
message
love
the right way
everybody,
with
man.
love, bro.
Shit been good lately. You know what I'm saying? Even when it's bad, it's good. I've been kind of noticing that, bro. And I'm happy to notice
Life is
that shit.
good, bro.
It is, dog. I just told everybody I worked that shit. We was going through it, and I was like, yo, we got a job. Stop tripping. Like, and we work from the crib. Everything's good. And we make good money. Like, shit's going to hit the fan. Let's just handle it. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, look, man, 142, my guy K-Bug, Arthur, BT in the building, man. King Telfair, man. Big Sweeto gang. Hey, make sure you hop on. Hey, where can they get that merch too, bro?
Sweetos.com, man.
Because y'all seen me in that shit too. Hey, I'm going to need a little bit more. I'm going to need a black one. You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
one for you. I got some in the car for you.
Oh,
I got
bet.
some in the car.
I know you want one. Hey, let's put, hey, Kyle, look, you get invited to the cookout.
Flex.
You get one. Big flex, you feel me? We out this bitch, man. Black History Month, we going strong. We going to keep this train rolling. Shout out to our brothers and sisters out there. You keep it pushing, man. Don't let these motherfuckers get you down. We keep pushing. We only go up. We out. Peace.
Glory to glory, man.